Hey, it's Darren here. I wanted to talk to you today about should or shouldn't you train when you're sick. So, pretty prevalent topic. I feel that lots of people have been sick with the onset of winter. I heard a statistic that something like 40% of Sydney has been affected by the virus that's going around, and I've been one of those people, and I've been sharing and caring enough to share it with my family as well, and I'm pretty sure that they've given it back to me, and so it's lingered far longer than I wanted it to, and it's still there a little bit. So I wanted to talk to you about whether you should or shouldn't train when you're unwell. So the first thing I just wanted to talk about was a little definition of the flu versus a cold, or the common cold. Now, I feel that often people will reference that they have the flu when in actual fact it's a cold that they have. So symptoms of each: the flu is far more severe than a cold. With a flu, you usually have hot and cold spells, so you feel like you're really hot and then you're shivering. Usually if I've ever had the flu, I will just be down in bed, out, completely wasted. The flu, if you're already, your immune system is a bit tapped out, then it can lead to other things that are far more serious, like other influenza type A, type B, and even into pneumonia, ending up in hospital. So the flu is really quite bad, which is why they recommend our doctors recommend we have the flu shot. I'm not sure if I'm an advocate of that, but I'll let you decide what you want to do. Compared to the cold, so the common cold, usually runny nose, potentially sore throat, and a general malaise. You can really feel like you've been wiped out and be tired by a cold, but for the most part, you're not down and out in bed, completely wiped out for days. But if you don't take care of yourself, it can really suck. So I'm really talking about the general cold. If you've got the flu, that's a whole nother story. So with the general cold, should or shouldn't you train? My recommendation is that you should train, but it's the type of training that's really important. So one of the things that's really important when you have a cold is that you're getting lots of rest and that you're not overly stressing your body and beating down its immune system. So the immune system obviously needs to be strong to fight off the infection that is there and to bring you back to good health. So we need to make sure that our training isn't high intensity. So we don't want to be doing any high intensity conditioning pieces. They're the main thing that would be bad through this period. What is good is some strength training, not maximum effort strength training, but good in that sort of 70 to 80% range. Get the body moving, keep the body warm, some blood flow, some breathing is really good, and it makes us feel good. It sucks to be sick, have that general malaise, and so I find that a little bit of training makes me feel better. Cool. The other thing that I believe is quite good through a cold is just what we call some move and breathe aerobic work. And so that would be some low intensity, steady state, continuous activity, move and breathe. So it might be, a little bit of time on the Airdyne, just quite light. It might be some carries, things that aren't too difficult, and for an extended period. So it might be for 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, as long as the goal of these sessions is that at the end of them you feel better than when you started, and that they make you feel good. I know that I've had this lingering cold on and off for probably 6 weeks now. And I know that if I hadn't trained at all through that period, that I'd be a puddle on the floor, an emotional. It would affect my emotions and my psychology not being able to exercise, because exercise is really a part of me and makes me feel really makes me feel good. So I have followed these tips that I'm giving you, and been able to hold on to a good amount of conditioning and body composition, and so that when I start training back to 100%, I won't feel as well like I'm too far behind the ball. I hope that's helped. For any of you who are out there who are crook or have been crook, I'm feeling for you, and I hope you get better soon.